Hi, I am Jyoti, a PhD researcher in medical imaging. And if you're stuck choosing between doing your PhD in India or going abroad, trust me, I have been there. So, in this video, I'll break down fees, stipend, duration, opportunities, and everything no one tells you so you can finally decide what is right for you. Let's start with duration. In India, most PhDs are designed for 3 to 5 years. Some universities allow an extension of up to 6 years. Abroad, the duration varies. In the US, PhDs usually take 5 to 7 years because coursework and teaching responsibilities are extensive. Whereas in Europe, like Germany, UK, or Netherlands, the duration is usually 3 to 4 years as they expect you to start directly with research. So, if you want a quicker PhD, Europe is generally faster while the US is longer but more comprehensive. Next is cost. In India, PhDs are quite low in central universities, sometimes just a few thousand rupees per semester. Private universities like Manipal charge more but still affordable compared to abroad. Overall, you are looking at 50,000 to up to 2 lakh total in most cases. Abroad, situation is different. In the US, the tuition fees can be very high, often up to 20 to 50 lakhs per year. But the good news is that most PhD universities get tuition waivers along the stipend, so you rarely pay from your pocket. In Europe, especially Germany and Nordic countries, there is usually no tuition fees. You are hired as researcher, employee, and you get a salary while doing your PhD. So cost-wise, India is the cheapest. But in Europe, you can even earn a proper salary as a PhD researcher. In India, stipend mostly come through national fellowships like UGC NET, CSIR, GATE, ICMR, TPT, etc. These usually pay around 31,000 to 35,000 per month in the first years and increase slightly in the later years. Private universities like Manipal also provide their own stipends. Whereas in the US, stipends are higher because living costs are higher. Typically, a PhD earns $1,500 to $3,000 per month, which covers rent, food, and expenses. In Europe, stipends are even like a job. In Germany, PhD scholars often get Euro, Euro 1,500 to Euro 2,500 per month as salary. So, in terms of money in hand, abroad is definitely higher. But remember, living costs abroad are also much higher compared to India. Now the question is, how do you get in? In India, most universities require a qualifying exam. For example, UGC NET, CSIR NET or GATE, or sometimes universities level tests like IIT JAM or Manipal's MET exam. After clearing, you go for an interview. Whereas for US, you need exams like GRE and TOEFL or IELTS for a language proficiency. Admission is quite competitive and depends heavily on your SOP, which is Statement of Purpose, Research Proposal, and Recommendation Letters. In Europe, GRE is usually not needed. What matters is contacting a professor, having a good proposal, and meeting language requirements like IELTS or TOEFL. So in India, it is more exam focused, whereas in abroad, it is more application focused. Now let us talk about research culture and workload. In India, research culture is improving but often limited by funding, infrastructure, and heavy teaching loads for guides. Publication pressure is high, and sometimes students face delays due to bureaucracy. Whereas in US, the research is highly structured. You often work as a teaching assistant or research assistant. Facilities are advanced, but workload is intense. You will balance research, teaching, and publishing. In Europe, the model is more like a job. You focus on your project, publish papers, and sometimes teach, but the structure is less coursework heavy compared to the US. So India gives flexibility but sometimes limited resources. US give world class labs but long durations. and Europe give a balanced job-like structure. Now, the next thing which can come to your mind is what are the career opportunities after you complete your PhD. So, after completing your PhD in India, you can apply for academic positions like assistant professor or move into research institutes, pharma, biotech, or industry depending on your field. The challenge is competition is very, very high for faculty jobs, whereas in the US, many stay for postdoc positions before entering academia. Industry opportunities are strong in tech, pharma, and research labs. In Europe, postdocs are common too, and industries hire PhD actively, especially in engineering, life science, and IT. So globally, a PhD opens door not just in academia but also in high-level industry and policy roles. So again, confusion, right? So should you do your PhD in India or abroad? It really depends on your goals. So if you want to stay close to your home, spend less money and build an academic career in India, then doing your PhD in India is the best choice. Whereas, if you're aiming for global exposure, high stipend, advanced labs, long term international career opportunities, then doing your PhD abroad makes more sense. There is no right answer. I will say again, there is no right answer. It depends on your personal, financial, and career priorities. So that is the complete breakdown of PhD in India versus abroad. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments where you are planning to do your PhD, whether in India or in abroad. Don't forget to subscribe because in my next video I will cover PhD entrance exams in India, what they are, how to prepare and which one is right for you. Till then, happy research. Bye.